Right, good evening. It's quite late at night. I just sat here and I thought I'll have a quick chat with you. Right, well, bit of a weird one this evening. If you've been on the old channel, you might have seen me one night doing helmets and things like this. And I thought I'd talk about films. Not just any films, a particular genre of films, sci-fi films. And I'm going to go back in time again to my younger days, and I'm going to talk about Star Wars. Now, everyone's going to go, oh, Star Wars. Right, okay. When I was a kid, my father took me to pictures to see Star Wars when it came out in 1976. A long time ago. And we got to the pictures and we queued up in this massive great queue. The only one that was longer were for Jaws. I always remember that. Anyway, we got in. We were the last two people to get in to Picture House, to cinema. And I was knee-high to a grasshopper. So I'm still not far off the size of a grasshopper now. Quite a fat grasshopper. But anyway, I digest. So off we tootled and we watched the film. And since then, I thought, excuse my French, brilliant, love the film. But in that same year, there was another film come out, and this one, believe it or not, everyone said, even the people who were making films at that time, said it for the cinematographic effect of it and all the special effects and everything, it was actually better than Star Wars. And people who know whether they're going to be like, oh no, right. It were Battlestar Galactica, yeah, and I don't think it came out for a very limited run at the cinema, and then sort of like vanished. But then it's sort of like it's a cult film nowadays, and I do. Yeah, it's really the effects are better than Star Wars. I'm not going to deny it. They are slightly better, but Star Wars got it because obviously Star Wars was about young boy finds sister, sister turns into heroine, which was that's what it was in those days. You were just starting with the heroines. We're talking, I think Wonder Woman was on TV on Saturdays at that time. So I just started to do that, and $6 Million Woman and everything, Lindsay Wagner and everything. So anyway, the women were starting to be the heroines, and the men were the heroes. And it was just like our knights and castles. That's why Star Wars became so popular, because it was good, bad, good wins eventually. But obviously, on a couple of films, it was a bit iffy. Right. And then I remember being told a story about Sir Alec Guinness on his royalties, and he was the only famous person in the whole film, except for Dave Prowse. Dave Prowse was the Green Cross Code man, but you never heard his voice. That was dubbed over with somebody else's voice. Anyway, so now he instead of getting a massive great sum of money. He actually decided that he was playing Ben Kenobi at that point, that he would take less, but he would take a share of the royalties factors. Brilliant! What a brilliant man! Because from that day to now, I think he's over or not far off $1 billion in readies, what he's made from it, rather than just one sort of lump sum. So brilliant. But it was a calculated risk because nobody knew whether Star Wars was going to be a big blockbuster or not. They didn't know what it was going to be. And it turned out it is what it is. It's a cult thing. Like it, love it, you can't escape it. Everywhere you go, you see the products and everything. And the whole thing is that coming up this year, we've been doing quite a lot of these. Not me personally, but a lot of the people involved in the film industry have been doing background people, we'll call them, or not so. We've got the Mandalorians, we've got Boba Fett, and the next one is it is going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. So never say that fast because it sounds very naughty. Anyway, so Ben Kenobi is going to be the next one, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I think it's coming out next month or something like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can make of it. I'm hoping that they're going to have some good battles in it, because obviously, looking at the past of it, he was a general. So generals don't command 5 men and 2 trollops, walking behind them. Do you know what I mean? So, we're going to have to see what they come up with. So from that side, I thought I'd just throw an interesting little 5-minute thing about it, because people forget that some of these films were around at the same time, and Battlestar Galactica was the same year as Star Wars. I'm not sure, the third one I wasn't sure on. There's 4 favourites I have. The 2 that I haven't mentioned is Babylon 5, which I've watched for years before it got popular, and then the Buck Rogers of the 20th century. Yeah, 21st, 25th, I forget which century he was in. But yeah, it was with Wilma Deering and everything like that. Another fantastic thing for television. So maybe they might do Buck Rogers, a remake of Buck Rogers. That'd be quite interesting. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to bore you to tears about it. I hope you have a lovely evening, what's left of it anyway, because it's quite late now. Anyway, I'm going to watch a bit of telly, and then I'm going to go to bed. And I hope you're happy with me waffling on still. Alright, remember, I don't know if there's a button for pushing share or anything. If you can, if you would. So at the moment I'm holding my own on this one. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. See you later. Bye.